marshes on Cape Cod. The evidence of humans' impact on the planet is diminished here. It's here. You can still see it if you know what to look for. Stake plot set in the marsh. No doubt studying the effect of sea level rise and climate change on saltwater marshes. Phragmites invasion in saltwater marshes. But the feel is nevertheless wild. Exactly what I needed. Exactly what I came here for. And in case that you have never heard of the term Phragmites, it's an invasive grass. It's all over the East Coast. It's ubiquitous. Here, it's growing in a salt marsh. When this dike that I was walking around was constructed, it cut off the saltwater circulation into this marsh, and that allowed for the Phragmites to invade. Now they've reopened it, and the Phragmites is receding somewhat. It takes over, it dominates, just like some other highly destructive species that inhabit this planet. Now, if I had to guess, I would say that this dike was probably built for mosquito control, to change the marshes, probably on the upstream side here on the right, so that mosquitoes could no longer breed in them. Controlling things to increase comfort. The healing power of the ocean. The marshes and the life that surrounds us. The more you can quiet down, the more you can tap into its power. And boy, oh boy, did I need it this time around. Good grief. Still recovering, still shaken. But the unceasing rage has subsided, hopefully for good. So for me, it's not just being here, it's the time of year that that my stay has coincided with. It is the end of April, and everything that I come here for, or the things that I come here for, are harder to find in the warmer months of the year. Thousands and thousands of people come here each year, and particularly in the summer, seeking out things that are in some ways pretty similar to the things that I'm seeking out here. But for my own purposes, my own taste, those things are diminished by the sheer numbers of people who crowd into these spaces. That's part of being alive in the 21st century. That's the reason why, if you need these spaces for purposes such as I need them for, you're forced to strategize. You're forced to think ahead and align your life so it can accommodate your ability to make choices to come out here in off seasons to places like this. Personal preference, introversion. That's what it's like to be an introvert, or one of the dimensions of being an introvert that loves and needs wild places in 2024. Tide advancing. place this is ever in. Trees grow. Oh, duh. Except for the fact that I can remember being here about 40 years ago. And the landscape was open. It's just a couple of scrubby pitch pines. 50 years ago even. And of course, longer back, before I can remember, this was completely open. And even farther back, before anyone can remember, this was a lush hardwood forest. The forests were all cut down for a wide variety of things, wood and lumber being the incredibly useful thing that it is. It transformed the landscape into this surreal dunescape of open lands and heath. And now it's recovering. And I've been witnessing the recovery within the time frame of my own lifetime.